All right, guys, 7th year anniversary Nemesis Meliodas. He's here. He's an absolute demon in the game. He is ravaging PvP. I'm not interested in PvP too much, but for my folks that are heavily invested into it, good luck, because I don't know how you're supposed to. I mean, I guess you would. I don't even know how you would counter this Meliodas. Like, what is there a specific unit that does? Like, I don't know, but he's an absolute beast. So let's go ahead. I mean, let's just look at him, right? So we got our boy Nemesis Meliodas. It's literally just assault mode, but his ultimate is Nemesis, so they gave him that moniker, which I don't mind, right? I don't mind it, but yeah. So we got Nemesis Meliodas, which again, super good unit. I did go ahead and actually get him to the LR. I actually gave him the what is it? The deity, the divine protection. So I gave him the divine protection orb here, which gives him damage amplification. This is what his stat spread is looking like. I'm not sure is okay. So again, people who are veterans at this, are these like defensive stats, are they above average? Are they like good or low? Because I wasn't sure how the defense is nowadays, right? So his crit resist, I mean, I feel like crit resistance for him now. Okay, so let's keep in mind, so for this, for my Nemesis Meliodas, I don't have his outfits. I think his outfits kind of suck, if I'm gonna be real. I do not like his outfit. Like, this one's probably the best, but like this one I'm not, or maybe this one might be the best, I guess. But this one, it's too much. Like, there's too much going on. This one's all right. It's like a like just a solid outfit with the fur. I guess this one is good, like maybe the best one. I don't know. I do feel like the regular assault is probably just kind of better, right? Am I crazy? Anyway, I don't have his costumes unlocked, so this is like the max resistance he can get. But I don't know if that it's, I feels low. 113%. I feel like a lot of characters, but then again, like there's stat buffers, people who support the team with all stat. So I don't know if this is normal or not. So let me know. But anyway, this is what his stat spread is looking like. He seems again, like his actual damage output is redonkulous, right? It's absolutely insane. So let's go ahead and let's look at his, I guess let's look at his skills first. So by now you probably already know what he does, but again, I just want to talk about him because he's for fun unit. So we have his first skill, his abyssal strike. Okay, abyssal strike. I didn't even, oh, okay, abyssal strike. So he inflicts dark destruction equal to 200% of attack on a single enemy, 3 times crit chance, 3 times crit damage, and then he also deals 70% more to enemies affected by the Hellblaze. So that's going to be very important coming up. Then he has the Violet Lightning Flash. I guess I show his at rank 3, 500. Violet Lightning Flash inflicts dark assault damage. Level 1 is 180, level 2 270, level 3 390, excuse me, on all enemies. So it is an AoE, super powerful AoE too. 3 times pierce, 3 times crit, and then he gets additional damage equal to 100% of his increased attack. So very strong whenever he gets like buffed. So at least that's what I take from that. Whenever he gets his, I don't know if it has to be his own attack. I think it's his own attack, but it could be like from support buffs or whatever. But very powerful. Actually, excuse me. Actually, I was kind of thinking about giving him more pierce, but I wasn't, because again, for PvP, you want to go first. Like, it's probably still a going first meta, from judging by what people have been saying. It's still kind of like that. So I imagine you want HP defense, right, for the CC. But like, pierce rate on this guy, would it be like, would it just I don't know. But anyway, so then we have his ultimate, which is the Nemesis. So the ult, one, so this is why he is very dupe dependent. This is why, because his ultimate actually changes whenever you get 2 out of 6, and then obviously from there it just gets better. So realistically, at bare minimum, you want him 3 out of 6, which for a free to play, that's asking a whole lot. Like that is asking a lot. But obviously he was more so meant to, be for whales, because it's the 7th anniversary. They want to get people with the monies to spend. So yeah, I only have him at one. Oh, I only have him at 1 out of 6, which is unfortunate because um he does get a lot more from being duped out. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, so let's keep going. So again, 1 out of 6, Dark Assault, 3 times Pierce, 3 times crit, and then it's basically it's basically this. So he gets that on his ult, which is cool. It in reality, isn't it just it's just a stronger version of, yeah, it's literally just a stronger version of this. Huh. Okay. But then 2 out of 6, he enters assault mode for 1 turn. Then he inflicts dark assault damage, right? Same thing. But then on 3 out of 6, he gets shadow engulfment, right? And then I think it just keeps, yeah, so the damage just keeps going up. But yeah, so you realistically, you want him 3 out of 6. And then also, there's a lot to take in here. He does a lot, but if we just read him at 3 out of 6, you can see that, where is it? It starts to change right around. Is it here? It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Oh, right there. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. You get 50% damage. We'll just read him at 1 out of 6. We'll read him at 1 out of 6. So he increases basic stats of applicable allies, demons, 7 deadly sins, participate in battle by 10%. All stats 7% for each applicable ally. When all allies participating in battle are applicable allies, and the hero isn't in assault mode, he gets the Trillion Revenge, and then he gets everything from Trillion Revenge that you see here. He gets all of this when he's just in Trillion Revenge. So super strong, super strong. So assault mode though, he gets attack related stats 30%, and then assault mode, it's a talent, so you could just press it and you have it. But he gets the 30% attack related stats, and he gets 30. I think it's the attack related stats go up too by 50%. So getting him duped out, super important. Like, it's super important. But in assault mode, he doesn't take reflect or counter damage. He gets immortality. He is immune to stat decrease. He removes barrier buffs. So Merlin Escanor, that unit, basically they have no defense besides like their suppression and their threshold, whatever. But once he uses the AoE, like, their barrier is literally like confetti, like it's nothing, which is kind of crazy, like super crazy. But again, very powerful, very powerful. So basically how it is, if you just decide to stay in Trillion Revenge, you get the counter. You can't have you can't have it removed, which is like ridiculous. Not being able to have your stance removed is crazy. So he get that, and he obviously he does damage with the counter. And really, Trillion Revenge, that's really all he's doing in Trillion Revenge. He's not really doing much. And then assault mode is just assault mode. He's getting powerful, dealing super good damage. So super strong. So if there are 2 or more applicable allies while the hero has Trillion Revenge, they are granted a 50% damage taken suppression, and their final damage taken decreased by 30%. So that is really good. So if you don't go into assault mode and your allies are alive, it is really strong. Really strong. So he grants applicable allies debuff immunity for 1 turn at the start of battle. Super strong. So no freeze, no nothing like that. And I don't even think you can remove it. I think it's a grade. Is it a grade? I can't remember. I think it's a gray buff. When the hero uses a single target, Hellblaze is applied up to one and to up to one enemy for 3 turns. When the hero uses a skill on an affected enemy, their damage taken suppression is halved. So yeah, it's pretty crazy because in PvE like content, if they have the damage cap, he can literally he legitimately he doesn't make it worthless because it's still damage cap, but he makes it to where he's actually able to deal more damage and kill him quicker. It's great. It's so crazy. I don't know how to word that right, but you guys get it. You guys get it. So you got the Hellblaze um effect on here. One thing I don't know, so he, Hellblaze, he applies when he does the single target. So the suppression thing, the damage taken suppression have, you can use if he does the AoE. Does that work? I actually don't know. I have not tested that out, but um, I don't know if that's how it works. Okay, if the hero does not take damage, so this is what's really crazy. This is why you have to use AoEs on him. If someone has a taunt or something, like you have to target him, because if you don't, all enemies are inflicted with shadow engulfment, all stats minus 50%. That is so powerful. All stat, not attack, not defense, not all your stats 50%. So like if you are getting passively buffed by your team, with their uniques or whatever, if you get the shadow engulfment, it's legitimately null. Like it's so crazy. I think that's crazy. I think that's actually insane. I have a feeling that's why they made Esterosa the way they did, or that's why they're gonna make Esterosa and LR. And then Chandler supposedly is the part 2. I could see it like if they wanted to be super toxic, they'd give Chandler another counter or another stance, like a taunt or something, and make it to where he like disables AoEs or something. That would be, I mean, toxic wouldn't even be the word. How would you play around, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of wild because you have to hit melee. So if he disables, I guess the only way to kind of counter that would for it to not be a gray debuff and for it to just be a regular debuff. All right, so we got through that. Again, his unique is just assault mode. He gets all of this, right? So it tells you what he does. So really good unit, really good unit. This is my equipment that I have on him. So I have attack crit. I again PvE, I prioritize that over anything. So I have him with attack crit, but I also do have a HP defense or HP crit, sorry, HP crit set too. I made this for him. Now I messed up. I, I can't remember the fact that the fact that this is 777 is funny. I can't remember exactly like what the reason for sometimes putting like these on the top is, but there's a reason. I just can't remember. So but either way, I do have a HP crit because again I prioritize PvE. So for me, the HP crit is like the best way to go about it. But yeah, HP defense obviously to keep pushing CC and everything like that. But even for me, even for my weak melee, he's at 70,000. That's kind of crazy. That the fact that he's at 70,000 and with my account box being so low, 70k is really high on HP. Like that's super high. But again, I prioritize PvE, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change this back to attack crit. To be honest, I don't know if HP crit was the best way. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like really thinking hard about it, I really don't think that was a smart move by me to make a HP crit, because I just wasted the obviously the material and everything. So I don't know if that was a smart move. Maybe I'll end up not regretting it. I don't know, but Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna end up using attack crit anyway. I think these are attack rolls. Yeah, they are. So yeah, Melly's super good. That's what I went with. Now you don't have to go with that, but if you want to, you can. But I imagine most people probably would go with a HP defense set anyway. So really, that's all there is to Melly as far as teams. So again, my box is not good. So for what I do with Melly is I kind of just use a demon team. I make sure that, or not a demon team. I'm sorry, a seven deadly sins team. But sometimes I use a demon team, and like once he gets his LR, I just hope they give us the legendary seals to make him LR. But once he goes LR, I plan to put Esterosa there, and I probably won't get Chandler just because it's another banner to summon on. But I'll figure out the third option, maybe like Kusak, maybe like maybe like this Chandler or something. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Maybe a Gelda, maybe. But yeah, the seven deadly sins team is probably where to go. So this is how I do it. I kind of just go with this right now. And then in the back, you can do. There's actually a couple of backlines that I saw people suggest. Shout out to Amazing. He actually made a video, so I was watching that. But he brought up there's Merlin, there's Gother. For me right now, I pretty much use this Bond at all times because his support is super good. So I use the Bond in the back, but he's a really good sub option. You could use which Merlin is it? It's one of these Merlin. I think I have her. I can't remember. Is it one of these Merlins is like a really good support? Is it this Merlin? No, it's not. One of these Merlins is super good. I thought I had. Maybe I don't. Is it this one? I don't know. But one of these Merlins is like super good. Maybe I don't have her. But I digress. This is the team that I use. Let me know what teams you use if if you're using demons or not. But I think for the most part, I'm trying to think. Oh, Green Escanor. That's what it was. So instead of Merlin Escanor or King of Deanne for PvP, you could use this green. I'm actually, this is probably the best team for Melly, because once he goes LR, I'm telling you, once he goes LR, it's a whole different ballgame. Sorry for the light keeps shining off. I have the AC on. I don't know what's going on, but once he goes to LR, I'm telling you, it's a different ball game because his passive. So he's given stats. He's given this internal flame buff to your like he's so good. Like he is so good. But yeah, he's a very 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 good unit. If you get him LR, I would suggest getting him LR like as soon as possible. But yeah, this is the team I think that I would imagine is probably the best team for PvE besides LR Escanor right now. I don't know, but I would imagine it is. I think so. But yeah, there's nothing really that I can really say about Melly besides the fact that he is super strong. I like everything they did with him. I think he was a phenomenal unit. I think that they the only thing I would say that they could have made this a little broader, maybe they did do demons, goddesses for Elizabeth and Seven Deadly Sins. I mean, to be honest, they could have just did demons, Elizabeth, and Seven Deadly Sins. Like they could have just did that too. So I don't know. The craziest thing would be if they just gave him every race because of the Nemesis, right? And honestly, I really thought before he got revealed that they were gonna go that route, right? Like his applicable allies, whatever his passive would have included like all the races that the Sins are. So that would have been crazy, super crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Nothing else really that comes to mind. If I miss anything, let me know. and hopefully you guys pulled Nemesis Meliodas and or anything that you wanted from the banner, right? If you didn't get Nemesis Meliodas. And yeah, thanks for making it this far. If you did, I love you all. Hopefully having a good morning, day, night, and I will catch you guys later.